Hello everyone, welcome back to another video today, and this is another preview for the Premier League week that is so much close upon us. And finally, with the dull, boring international break over, we have a club football back, and this is the third preview I made, and this preview is between Manchester City and Burnley. So starting off with the results of both the sides, I'll start with Manchester City. So Manchester City right now, they sit right now third in the Premier League table. They have started with a loss against Tottenham now 1-0. Then they won against Norwich 5-0. They beat Arsenal 5-0. They won against Leicester City away, which is a very hard match, 0-1. They drew at home in a disappointing 0-0 draw against Southampton. But they bounced back with the victory at Stamford Bridge, with the draw at Anfield 2-2, where they came back both the times. So overall, City right now sit at the right part, third in the table, doing fine, had a good streak where they put a good performance against PSG but lost, but still got a draw at Anfield, got a win at Chelsea. You can't ask anything better than that. On the other hand, their opponents Burnley, they sit 18th in the Premier League and they still haven't registered a win. You heard it right. They still haven't won a match in the Premier League this season. The results have been, they lost 1-2 to Brighton, where again they threw it away. That game they should at least have got a draw. They lost to Liverpool 2-0. They drew against 1-1 against Leeds United, where they conceded after scoring. And then they lost to Everton 3-1. They lost at home to Arsenal 0-1. They drew to Leicester 2-2. And then they got a 0-0 draw against Norwich, which for me is to be big drop points because they could be in relegation battle or at least above Norwich in this regards. So right now Burnley are not in a good position, but with the experience that Scott has got, you know they most probably will get out of it and they need to clutch some victories so that the confidence could be back in the squad. So this was about the result. Moving on to the next part, and the next part is the most interesting. Head to head between these two sides, and it gives an amazing reading. Now we call Burnley a side that disturbs the top 6. A side top 6 does not want to play. But for Manchester City, they are a side they relish to play. If you look at the last 4 results between the two sides, in 1920 season, Burnley were beaten at home 1-4 by Manchester City. And Manchester City beat them 5-0 at their own home. Then last season, again Manchester City won 5-0 at their home and they won at Turf Moor 0-2. Along with that, if I'll give you another stat, the last 4 matches at the Etihad Stadium have ended in between the two sides in Manchester City 3, Burnley 0, Manchester City 5, Burnley 0, Manchester City 5, Burnley 0, Manchester City 5, Burnley 0. 3-5-0 and 1-3-0. RiyadMahrez in the last 4 matches against Burnley has scored 6 goals. That's not a good reading if you're a Burnley fan. Moving on to the likely lineup that both sides will play, and I'll start with Burnley. So with Burnley, we'll expect the same consistency. Nick Pope as a goalkeeper, Lowton at the right, Taylor at the left, and Tarkowski, and most probably me returning and coming into the defense. Then you will have, for me, it's going to be Gudmundsson at the right. It could also be Lennon. In the midfield, it will be Westwood and Brownhill. And at the left, it will be McNeil. And then in the front two, see, Chris Wood is permanent. In the second one, anything could play. It could be Vydra, it could be Rodriguez, it could be Barnes. But I've got a feeling that Rodriguez will get the slot over Vydra in this match. So for me, this will be the Burnley lineup for the Manchester City clash. Now going on to the City, and City have some concerns in terms of players missing. Because Brazil players will not be available for this Premier League game week. So you most probably will have no Edison. You will have no Gabriel Jesus. So they will have to go with Stephen as the goalkeeper, Kyle Walker at the right, Ruben Diaz in the defense along with Laporte, and then Cancelo at the left. Most probably it could also be Stones so in the defense along with Ruben Diaz. That depends on Pep Guardiola because he keeps rotating. In the midfield it's going to be Rodri, it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne, and it's going to be Bernardo Silva. But in the front 3 with no Gabriel Jesus available, it's most probably will be Phil Foden, Jack Grealish. It could also be RiyadMahrez. It could be also Raheem Sterling. But looking at the form that RiyadMahrez has against Burnley, you'll prefer seeing him in the lineup if you're a Manchester City fan. So this was a likely Manchester City lineup. Now moving on to the last part, and that's prediction. And if you look at the last reading, you're going to say 5-0, 6-0, 4-0. No. They don't have Edison. So again, goalkeeper could be tested a lot by Burnley. Burnley could try long balls to see if he can catch the ball properly, if he can command the box that Edison used to do. But also we have to remember that Burnley are not going to do much in the game. It's not like they will have 5 or 6 corner kicks or 10 or 9 shots. For Burnley, it's going to be just one or two chances. Either they convert it or they do nothing in the match. It's going to be Manchester City having the whole possession, having the whole control, and then let's see if Burnley can pluck something out. But because of no Ederson, I think that same Manchester City defense confidence won't be there. And I think Manchester City will just comfortably try to get the job done, get a lead, protect that, and get away. For me, it most probably ends in a City 2, Burnley nil. For me, it's going to be more like a Southampton match, but Burnley are not attackingly has potent bar Chris Wood. So therefore, I think Burnley will not threaten their defense a lot, Manchester City. But Manchester City will also struggle to break Burnley down. And again, without a striker, they'll get one goal. And then Burnley will open up and they'll get the second. But I can't see any thrashing in this match. So this was a prediction. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.